Bette Sussman here with you from Bette's Diner. Welcome! Today's show I'm dedicating to myself and my guest's dear friend who we lost last year, Rick DiPofi. So this show is dedicated to you, Ricky. Okay, my guest today I've known for nearly 35 years. My guest today I have known for nearly 35 years. He is a bass player extraordinaire. Not only is he he's one of the most versatile bass players I've ever known. Top call player in New York, plays with so many different people, so many different genres of music, and there's more. He's an educator. Yeah, that's right, he's an educator. As a matter of fact, he is one of the founding faculty members of the Bass Collective since 1999 with John Patitucci, my old friend Victor Bailey, Lincoln Goins. He teaches at the Wild Music Institute at Carnegie Hall's Music Connections program. And I'm going to talk to him about that because another dear friend of mine, I think, was part of a program, that program. But we'll talk about that when he gets out here. And he teaches at Columbia University. Guess who doesn't teach at Columbia University? Me. Okay. Books. Yeah, he's written books too. He's actually, I think he's a little bit of a show-off. Like, it wasn't enough that he just played great bass, that now he has to write books too. Okay, books are Fusion, a study in contemporary music for bass. Afro-Caribbean and Brazilian for the bass. World Rhythms. Okay? It's kind of nauseating already how much he's got going for him. But I'm going to keep going just a little further. So as far as the people that he's played with, well, let's just start with the Mells, because we played together with the Mells back in the 80s. We met like in 1986. We'll talk about that when he gets out here. He's played with Petula Clark. He plays with Mino Sanalou. He traveled all over Africa with Mino Sanalou, the great percussionist. Amazing. David Krakauer, the incredible klezmer clarinetist. Klezmer clarinetist. You say it 10 times fast. Angelique Cujo, John DiMartino, who is like the greatest piano player. Janice Siegel, and he did this record with Janice Siegel and Nani Assis called, I know if I'm going to pronounce it wrong again, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce it because he'll pronounce it correctly because he's also speaks Portuguese. Eileen Ivers, the great violinist from Ireland. I mean, he's like one of the first calls for the Birdland Big Band. Jessica Malowski, I think, and I'm going to be really upset if he did do this because I'll be so jealous. I think he did her Joni Mitchell concert. Am I right? You did. Oh, shit. Okay. And then, all right, let's, enough of the intro. I'm going to just cut to this last bit. This last bit. Last summer, I'm a huge Leonard Bernstein fan. West Side Story is the only musical, in my opinion. So Bobby Sanabria has this big band called the Bobby Sanabria Multiverse Big Band. And he did a project called West Side Story Reimagined. This record is ridiculous. And I got to go to Damrosch Park last summer and see them perform this live. Now I'm watching this and I'm a little bit ways back and I'm sitting there and I'm talking to my friend Peter Bliss, who I went with, and I'm like, listen to the bass, who is that? It sounds, he's ridiculous. And of course, it was my guest today, the incredible Leo Traversa. Yeah, that's him. That's him. Yes, here. Leo Traversa in the house. So what are we making today? Leo, we're cooking. Let me just tell you that, like, when I first announced that I was doing this show, the first person to knock on my door, figuratively speaking, was Leo, saying, I want in, I want to cook with you. So here we are, Leo. What are we making?
We are making a dish that I learned from my old friend Burçin Verdekdal. She's from Istanbul, Turkey, and she's there right now. And she would make this delicious spice mixture that she would use for everything, not just this chicken dish, but she would put it in her eggs in the morning and just use it as, for many different dishes. And it involves this incredible red pepper from Kalustyan's Market on Lexington Avenue.
You know Kalustyan Market, which is on Lexington and like 28th Street,
Yeah, like an
around
international.
somewhere around there. It's an incredible market that sells spices from all over the world. I go down there all the time because I cook a lot of Thai food and Indian food. I can get my curry leaves, my kaffir lime leaves there, and
out of control.
Some stuff. It's out of control.
And I'm nervous to. I've never, I've had wacky things on my schedule, but maybe this might be the wackiest thing. Come and cook on camera
in Bette's Diner.
So I thought I would make this. Of course, my first instinct was to make pasta because I'm Italian, but it seems like that's been a common theme of the show. So I went in another direction.
Well, I gained 2 pounds since we've been doing the show because of the pasta and the risotto. So I think that, can we get, give me a couple of weeks off of pasta and then we'll get back to it. You'll be in for the next season, pasta, promise.
So I'm going with this because I think I couldn't possibly screw it up.
I love that.
If you throw the spices in a bowl and you throw the chicken in there and you cook it.
Okay, let's go. What do we got?
So we're going to make the chicken, but then we're going to make some tzatziki to go with it.
Beautiful.
And some couscous, which I think you will be in charge of.
Beautiful. Okay, so what we're using today is in this spice mixture, we're using ground cumin, we're using cinnamon, we're using turmeric.
The chili powder is not an officially authorized ingredient. That's my addition.
It's not the official. Okay. And
it's of
course the spice mixture. I mean this pepper mixture.
Which
okay.
You'll see the color, the beautiful color of this when I put it in the bowl. Yeah. This has an incredibly good flavor, but it's not super hot.
Okay. Because it smells like it has an incredibly good flavor.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's make it.
Okay, so I basically just hurl things in a bowl.
All right. So you're watching him hurl. So
I was told that would be acceptable. The next thing I put in is the turmeric. And, I would put probably about a third of the amount of the pepper.
Well, why don't you look to the other side so you can actually pour it out.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. So, about a third. If I put, how much pepper did you say that was?
That was about a third of a cup.
Okay, so is that one third of a third of a cup?
Yeah, that's about right. About 1/3 of a third.
Oh. Less, about half the amount of chili powder. I don't require mass quantities, so I was going to shake it. So I don't want a lot of this.
All right, well.
Because remember, this is unauthorized.
That's unauthorized.
This is not sanctioned.
Not sanctioned in the recipe by anybody.
Now here's again, I'm going to shake it because I don't want
too much cumin.
The red pepper is the star.
So now red pepper's the star. Now we got the cumin. So, all right, that's beautiful.
And then I would say, a dash. The cinnamon is just, a dash. And then a little more.
That's like 2 dashes.
But that's okay.
2 dashes of cinnamon.
It works like you can't screw this up. That's why I'm doing it.
How about if we just take some
salt and pepper?
Oh,
salt. I'm sorry. We got the pepper. We don't need this. Salt to taste. I like it on the salty side.
Well, you gotta have salt.
Yeah. Boom.
We're making a bunch of chicken. Okay, so now we're gonna do this.
Yes,
we're gonna stir this up, and then we're gonna add a little olive oil to make a paste.
Yes, we are.
And then we're gonna just throw the chicken thigh. We're using chicken thighs, boneless chicken thighs, which I've trimmed somewhat. Boneless chicken thighs. You can see it up there. Boneless chicken thighs, which we've trimmed some of the fat off of. You can't trim it all up because the fat is where the flavor is. Leo's a little concerned about the fat, but I'm not. We're going to bring him over to our side. Fat is flavor. Okay, so now let's get a little bit of, I can see that grill is getting nice and hot. We're going to grill this.
I do this outdoors on a barbecue all the time. I've grilled it, I've baked it in the oven, I've used the glass up. It just works. Can't go wrong.
So we're just going to make this into a paste. Right, Leo?
Yeah, I'd go a little bit beyond paste. What's beyond paste?
Pasty? Pasties? So, Leo, where were you born?
I was born at Freeport Hospital in Long Island.
Guess who else was born in Long Island? Correct.
All the hip people.
Correct. Oh, actually, yeah. I mean, all the hip people that we know were born either in Long Island or in Queens. Or maybe some of them in Brooklyn. What do you think about that? You think we still need
tasty.
A little bit more olive oil?
I'd go a little bit more, yeah.
You would.
Because remember, we got to coat
We have to coat everything.
chicken very well, yeah.
Okay. So when did you start playing the bass, Leo?
Well, I started playing the bass. Gary Haas forced me because he lived down the block from me, and we would, after school, he wanted to play piano. I was playing guitar because I'm a Jimi Hendrix.
Hey,
And I had a white Stratocaster and everything.
Get out. Was it upside down, backwards, the righty, lefty?
No, I'm sorry.
Well, that's not cool.
But I had the wah-wah pedal and all that stuff.
So now we're just going to
Boom.
put all the chicken in there.
Boom. You own this.
And then, is it me that's going to do it? Or are you going to get your hands dirty?
Yeah, well, I don't do it with my hands. I just do it with a fork.
No.
Professional.
Can't do it that
I
way.
should have known.
You got to go in there with your hands, Leo.
Boom. Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah, you got to, because that's the only, you got to feel your food. You have to feel it. That's how I say you got to feel it. And then we'll probably leave it for a few minutes just to, because that grill is, is screaming hot, getting there. And then we can start to make the tzatziki while we're waiting.
Ooh.
It's really beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. The color, the red, the yellow.
this is one of the most beautiful dishes we've ever made together. It's so pretty. Where'd it go? Okay, so now while we have the chicken marinating, we're going to make the tzatziki, which is, because it's a spicy dish. The chicken, nothing is necessarily hot spicy, but sometimes you just like something cooling.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you need? A spoon?
A spoon, yes. I have some yogurt here, some Greek yogurt, and we have some garlic and chopped walnuts that we chopped together.
We basically pulverize them. Let's start cooking. Here we go. Let's put it together.
Okay, let's chop some parsley.
And here we have fresh parsley. How much? About that?
Yep.
And go ahead, Leo. Let's get rid of the stems though, because you don't want stems. Parsley stems.
Yeah.
No, parsley stems you don't want. They're a little bit tougher. Cilantro stems, no problem. Parsley stems,
Did not know that.
No, you want to use that knife or you want to use this one?
I think I want to use that one.
Yeah, it's a little smaller. They're both global, but a little bit. One is a little smaller. Nice work, Leo. Just be careful of those fingers because you really need them.
Really, when I got to school and I started to study, everyone needed a bass player, like everyone. So I just, at first I just lied and told everybody that I played bass. And then I would be doing, I would do sessions, and all of a sudden I was really busy. People thought I played bass. I used to have to borrow one.
Well,
but it just kind of snowballed, and the rest is history.
I'd say that's about a cup of yogurt. About a cup of, we're using that, good Greek whole fat yogurt. Don't with the light fat. Just go for the yogurt.
Salt, please. Salt and pepper.
And here's your pepper.
Thank you. Yep.
You tell me when.
Your discretion.
So when did you move into town? When did you get your first big break? Was it the Mells?
What?
Funny.
Of course.
Of course it was.
No, actually, Rick, man, I owe him a lot. Man, that was the first, group of really great musicians that I played with in New York. He really taught me a lot playing with you guys and John, and I learned a lot of valuable lessons.
One other thing I wanted to ask you about was the project, the Weil
Institute
at Carnegie Hall. Tell me about yours, because my partner, my dear friend, another dear friend who passed away this year, Glenn Rovin, worked on the Lullaby Project, which is part of that same project, which was basically they would go to prisons and they would different people like incredible musicians did this,
not only prisons.
Yeah, and went and talk. Well, no,
homeless shelters, detention centers,
and spoke to women about and they helped them write lullabies for their
single mothers
who were pregnant. And they wrote lullabies for their babies, and that's what this record was. And yeah, it's an incredible record. So what was tell me about your affiliation?
Well, honestly, it's like the best thing I've ever done. Carnegie Hall's doing incredible things in the community, because that's what they do. Instead of just sending musicians to play a concert and leaving, they send musicians to see people, maybe every 2 weeks or every week for a period of a few months or several months, or sometimes in the case of Sing Sing Prison, a whole year. And you write music with these people and you get to know them. And it's an incredibly powerful thing, because, you take a bunch of musicians and you put them in a room with people with really incredible life experiences that have a lot to say, you know, that have been through a lot, and the music that comes out of that is incredibly powerful. So, but Carnegie Hall, you know, they do a wonderful job. It's hospitals and juvenile detention, you know, Sing Sing prison, which is a maximum security prison. A lot of those guys are out now, and Carnegie Hall still works with them, keeps them involved, playing their songs for various events. We get together with them once a month.
Well, I'm happy that they let you out of Sing Sing to come here to cook with me today. So, next, let's move on to food again. Let's get back to food. So,
Tzatziki's good to go.
We're going to have a salad with this dish too, right?
Indeed.
I would go grapes. I'd go grapes.
I'm with you. You could I throw this together right before I eat it.
Yeah,
No
I mean,
problem,
it really
no
doesn't
problem
need...
with that.
Yeah. So we've tasted the tzatziki, by the way, going back to tzatziki land. And we ladies, that would be me and Kate, think this needs a little bit of citrus brightness.
Which I've authorized.
Whoops.
So I've been known to use that to grate cheese as well.
I do too. Okay. Let that sit and do its thing. Okay, so
That's a good idea.
now we're gonna head over to the grill.
The
So
situation
make sure
under
that you
control.
go.
Oh, it's such a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful color.
I know, it's gonna be amazing. Gorgeous.
Oh, there's one spot that's not covered with spice.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I think we got enough on there. Yeah, that was a good idea, doing it with the olive oil. Sometimes I just do it dry. If I'm baking it, it's a little bit thicker than the other boys, but it will be okay. Yeah, sometimes if I'm baking it, I'll just put the spices right on and shake it up.
See, now what we can do is we can, we can brush a little bit of this on. And
Absolutely.
okay, I'm going to put a timer on this just because I'm a little anal when it comes to stuff like this. All right, so let's get this boiling. What we have going on back here is we have chicken stock, which we're going to, instead of using just water with the couscous, we're going to use chicken stock because flavor, flavor, flavor. So what we're going to do with the couscous is we're going to make the couscous and we're going to add our macerated golden raisins, which will give it a beautiful color. You know what I think would be a good idea with this is to
Take a picture of it.
definitely take a picture of it for sure. But I'm thinking that we should, instead of leaving it go 4 minutes, I'm going to go 2 minutes, 2 minutes. I'm going to go that way because that way nothing's going to burn. It's just going to cook.
Okay.
You know, sometimes when I make a marinade, like I'll make a marinade with olive oil and mustard, say Dijon. You know, I'd give it another, give it a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, but it's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be gorgeous.
This works so great outside on the grill.
Yeah, it's going to work great inside on the grill too.
Yeah, oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, look at that.
It's beautiful.
Gorgeous. So, Leo, let's just say, for instance, you were playing a gig and you played a solo that had like 4 really terrible notes in it. And the bass police was there. The union guy, the police from the union came and said, "You're under arrest." That solo was messed up because of those 4 notes. You're being sentenced to death. You're on death row. What's your last meal?
I'm going to have to
You think about that while I flip again.
I'm going to have to go with ravioli.
That's your last meal. Well, you're all right.
Yeah, that was always like my favorite meal as a kid. You know, my birthday request, and to this day, I mean, really
Ravioli,
pretty strong.
just like cheese ravioli and tomato sauce and marinara.
A good fresh made, fresh pasta ravioli with with homemade ingredients.
Here we are, back with our couscous. Come in, Leo. And I'm thinking, take a little taste. Tell me if you wouldn't put a little olive oil.
You could.
I would put like a little bit of olive oil. Not a lot, just a little bit. And then I'm going to add my...
It's a great idea.
Put those in.
Whiskey and raisins. Who would have thought? That's going to go great with everything.
Some spring onions,
This
because
is going to be just...
it's a pretty dish, right? I would even put some of my favorite finishing salt, which is my Murray River salt that I love so much.
You say Murray River?
Yeah, it's from the Murray River in Australia. I wish you could smell my house right now because these peppers and the chicken are... I'm just going to taste this. Get a little bit of everything. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
That's fantastic. Everything that we just added to this, the olive oil, a little bit of salt, really made it. Here, check it out now.
Now.
All right.
Restaurant quality.
All right, here's your fork. Taste. Let's go. Let's just go here. Let's just go right here. That nice piece right there. Take that for you, for me. Here you go.
Thank you.
Okay, we're tasting chicken a la Leo's ex. Is that a good name for this dish?
Well,
Not really.
Burchin. Working for me.
Oh my God.
And you could, put some tzatziki on it too if it's a little bit too spicy for you. That's what it's there for.
That's what it's there for. Let's
Cool
just
things
let's
off
taste
a
this.
little. No, this is a beautiful thing.
This is
Now, is this a staple of yours?
no. I just made it up today.
Mm-hmm.
Couscous
That's what we do here.
with golden raisins macerated in whiskey.
The maceration thing is so heavy.
Well, it softens them up.
Did not
It
know.
plumps them up and softens them up.
I'm not a big macerator.
That's not what I've heard, Leo. All right, so we've tasted. We made 4 dishes today. We don't usually make 4 dishes. We made 4 dishes.
Really?
You and I. You and me. You and me. You and I. Like I said, we made chicken with a whole mess of spice mixture, couscous, spring onions, golden raisins,
Strong.
tzatziki, arugula salad with red grapes and toasted almonds.
Which one to try?
You can't go wrong with this meal. It's awesome. And we're going to...
Eat?
No, Leo, we're going to play music. That's a musical element to this show.
I was told that we would have dinner on the break.
He thinks he's at a club date. Okay. We're going to go play music now. We're finished cooking.
Yay!
Okay, so we're back. We've cooked chicken, we've made tzatziki, we've made couscous with macerated yellow currants.
Well macerated.
Well macerated. If anybody knows how to well macerate something, Leo, it's you. And we have Dean Martin will be in this particular, it was a duo, it's now a trio. Okay, so we've been going through a bunch of songs to try and figure out what should we do to pay tribute to Rick, as this is a show that is dedicated to DiPofi. He played this song, Ode to Billy Joe, with Mojo Mancini and loved it, and I love it, and Leo loves it. So we're gonna try and just do a bass vocal version, no piano, and try something different. Mix it up a little at the diner. Okay, so here's Ode to Billy Joe to our dear Ricky DiPofi. Billy Joe never had a lick of sense. Pass the biscuits, please. There's 5 more acres in the lower 42 I've got to plow. And Mama said it was a shame about Billy Joe anyhow. Seems like nothing ever comes to no good up on Choctaw Ridge. And now Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. A year has come and gone since we heard the news about Billy Joe. And brother married Becky Thompson. They bought a store in Tupelo. There was a virus going around. Papa caught it and he died last spring. Oh, now Mama doesn't seem to want to do much of anything. And me, I spend a lot of time picking flowers up on Choctaw Ridge. Oh, and drop them into muddy water off the Tallahatchie Bridge. And drop them into muddy water off the Tallahatchie Bridge. One more time so we can get it right. And drop them into muddy water off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Well, that was something.
Spontaneous.
Something spontaneous. Y'all, we had the best time today. Leo Traversa, my buddy. You can hear him everywhere, as I've told you, pretty much everywhere. And we loved having him in the diner.
I love being here. Thank you for having me.
And the dish looked, and the little taste that we had, it was delicious. I can't wait to go eat it now. We couldn't eat it because we might have all that stuff in our teeth. In any case, that's it for us today at Bette's Diner. Please stay tuned for the next show. And please don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, like us on Facebook, and catch these shows on YouTube. And when you get there to Bette's Diner on YouTube, now that's not Bette Steiner, by the way, which has been a popular mistake that's being made these days, that people go, who's Bette Steiner? Which is funny because people used to say, who's Bette's husband? For Bette Sussman. Anyway, so when you tune in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and tell all your friends to hit the subscribe button when they watch the videos, because that's what helps those people inside know how many people are following us and watching, and that's how we're going to get ahead in this world of YouTube. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. We'll see you next time on Bette's Diner.